My oldest son came home the other day and he said, Mom, you know we're going to have jobs in heaven. What do you think your job will be? And I said, son, I have worked my butt off here on earth. I have done so many jobs, helped so many different people. I haven't collected a paycheck in over 18 years. I'm pretty sure by the time I make it to heaven, well done means done for me. But no, in all honesty, I love working and I love helping others. I can remember in my youth group days, I went to my youth pastor and I said, I feel like God's called me to be a leader. And he said, Rebecca, that's great. Be the first one to show up, the last one to leave. Pick up the trash, do all the different things that nobody else wants to do. And I remember doing those things and I continue to do those things and understand that's real leadership. We don't need a name tag or somebody to call us a leader. And I can't help but to think about the church. Our world is so dark and so broken. We've gotten so far off track from what is right, what is true, what is pure. And I think to myself, I think we've kind of got this leadership, follower of Christ thing not right. You know, I know that we love to gather together. We love to go to conferences. And I think that's great. And I think it's necessary. But there's so much work that needs to be done. One of the best quotes that I have ever read, it just resonated within my spirit, was responsibility is taken, not given. And that quote actually came from Donald Trump Jr. But think about it, especially when it comes to the church. I look at our world and I think to myself, how many of us believers are not taking responsibility? Like, are we just waiting for the opportunities to come to us? Are we just waiting for God just to do that? Or are we literally taking responsibility right where we are? Are we willing to make the sacrifice? When Jesus said, take up your cross daily and come after me, he meant that. He meant that there were going to be things that we have to do that we don't want to do. But in order to follow him, in order to make his name known and not our own, in order to glorify him in his kingdom, we would have to do the hard things because the hard things are usually the right thing. So I challenge you, are you taking responsibility or are you waiting for someone to give you responsibility? Let your heart be positioned in a way humble before the Lord where you're willing to listen to him and even do things that you don't want to do because you want to obey God. You want to glorify him and bring honor to his name.